Hello, everyone. I am Victor Yates for the Black Alphabet Film Festival, which is a festival that centers Black LGBTQ plus stories. And I am excited to sit with Payton Royce, writer, actor, and director. As an actor, Payton appeared in Pose and Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. In the director's seat, Payton co-directed the documentary Who Am I Becoming, which was selected for the film festival. How are you doing today, Payton?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. It's a beautiful day.
Perfect. So before we get started, for our viewers who are not familiar with the documentary, can you tell them a little bit about it?
Okay. The documentary is called "Who Am I Becoming," and it's pretty much it's a transition. It's a documentary about my life basically, and just how I've been in transition my whole life, and how I manifested the man I am today, and everything like that. So it's just documenting that from pretty much from the time I was, walking and talking up until like now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that this documentary is important because I feel like trans men and individuals who are trans and masculine are often left out of conversations about trans issues.
Yeah.
And I have a film and television YouTube channel, and I try to highlight as many films, documentaries, TV shows, web series about people of color in the community,
Yeah.
and projects that deal with trans stories. But when I was preparing for this, I couldn't think of any trans movies, films, or scripted reality shows that centered a Black trans man.
Right.
And so, why do you think that trans men or people with trans masks are left out of trans storylines and projects?
Um, I I personally think it's just because we don't have visibility, or we just blend in as just like cis black men.
Mhm.
A lot of us. That's the goal, is to just like pass. So we just blend in and just just blend in.
Yeah.
So it's nothing. They don't really see anything to highlight it. We're not visible, so we need to be more
Okay.
visible. That's what I think. It's not a lot of visibility.
Okay. How did you connect with your co-director?
As a black man, right? So yes, I'm a trans man, but we connect because we're both black men. You know, as far as like how we connected through ballroom. My house
Okay.
father, Michael Robeson, he connected us, and Odu, he great. I call him the Godfather documentary. So that's what I.
Okay.
Yeah. So we connected, and like he told me, he said he saw me as a black man first. Yeah, yes,
No.
I'm a trans man, but first I'm a black man. Like when I walk out that door, that's what I am, a black man.
Okay.
Nobody see trans in front of that. So that's where we related at. And so he was like, I think it's important that we tell your story. So
Okay. I love that. Um, can you tell me about the process from going from the idea of the documentary to it being finalized? Like, what was that experience like?
I guess the beauty of it is that I've been doing film since a kid, right? So, and that's what I talk about in the documentaries, that I manifested this. So, I've been doing film since I was a kid. So, at the time, even when I was recording with camcorders, getting the old camcorders from my dad, I was documenting. That's the footage we see in this documentary. So it was. I just really look at it like it was just a man. I get goosebumps talking about it, but it was just something that I really manifested, and because I was this filmmaker my whole life since a kid, and I always wanted to be on television, and I just manifested, this guy, this person who I am now. I always, as a kid, like had cameras, documented every moment, drew pictures, had visions of that I wanted to be on TV and things like that. So when people ask me, how long I've been working on this film, when I think about it now, I didn't think about it like that before, but and connecting with Odu and being able to tell the story like this, it helped me realize that I've always been manifesting this.
Is this the first documentary that you worked on?
It is. It
Okay.
is. And I had I had a lot of it put together over the years, and like I say, Odu, he came and he just put that piece on it. You know, he gave me the missing pieces that I needed to just be able to share my story with the world. You know, but it was just, I was accumulating pictures and video footage and interviews. Like I said, I just been documenting my whole life for whatever reason I never really knew. You know.
Okay. Did you learn anything new about yourself during the filmmaking process?
Yeah, I learned a lot about myself. And it's a poem at the end that I wrote to myself at the end of my documentary. But one thing that I learned is that it took for me to be the woman I was to become the man that I am today. So that was one thing that I learned, you know.
Okay. I love that. I love that. And since this is your first documentary, I'm curious, what was the post-production process like for you?
It was really smooth working with Odu. You know,
Okay.
it was really smooth because being that Odu is, like I say, he the Godfather documentary. He pretty much took me under his wing. I gave him no resistance. I did exactly as I was instructed to do. So that made the process really easy, even though we was told he was on one side of the globe and I was on the other, you know.
Yeah.
It made it easy because I didn't give no resistance. I followed the instructions, you know, so it worked out pretty good. It let me know that things can work even if people not in the same location. Because
wait,
he did it beautifully.
Wait, so have you two met?
I hadn't even met him. The first time I actually physically met him was at the first film festival.
Oh, okay.
That's so we cool. It was all just the universe.
Okay. I love that. Because there are because of the pandemic, a lot of the people that I'm closest to right now, I met them virtually first. Okay. And so the pandemic has opened up so many more possibilities and opportunities for people to connect. And a number of the films that are in the festival were created during the pandemic. Right. And so even though, it was a very difficult time.
Yeah, some good things came out of it.
Yeah, some really incredible projects have come out of the pandemic. So I really love that.
Yeah, and it was good that my Michael Roberson, he, I trust him, I trust his expertise, and once I saw the work that Odu did and he put it out all over the world, I was honored to work with him. So I was ready to go to work. So it was a real easy, sweet process.
So, like I said earlier, I feel like trans stories are typically left out of new movies, TV shows, scripted web series.
They are.
And so what are your top 5 favorite trans characters or trans storylines from either a movie, TV show, or scripted web series?
Well, as far as like trans masculine?
Either or.
I mean, of course, Pose is just everybody, the whole cast, all of that. But, when it comes to trans masculine, because we don't have much visibility, I can only admire the visibility that I see from guys like Marquise and Brian Michael Cox, Lathan Ashley, JC Ditto, guys like that that's visible. I can only admire the visibility. Okay. Just the standing out of the spaces and the things that they accomplish and try to add to that. That's why I created my streaming platform, RNTV Pride, because I created for the LGBT community and people of color to be able to tell their true, authentic story without the middleman, without beg for a space, just being able to tell their story. So that's why I created that, because that's what we have in common, me and you as well, because like you said, you have YouTube, so we doing the same thing. So that's very important that we have platforms like that to tell our story.
Okay, I want to talk about that streaming platform, but
yeah, me too.
So Marquise, I'm glad that you brought him up.
Yeah,
I didn't know that Marquise was trans. I had no clue. Marquise is one of those individuals who is just like unclockable.
Yeah. And a lot of us, and we haven't, I met Marquise before, but a lot of us haven't really met each other. We know of each other and things like that. And I can remember I was driving trucks because I drove trucks for like 20 years, and I saw Marquise's story. And that was my first time even knowing that somebody looked like me can do something like that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say 2 years later, I came off of that truck.
Okay.
And I don't drive trucks no more. I
Okay.
drove, I got, my Class B CDI. I drove trucks for almost 20 years. And I was driving the truck. I remember, and I saw his story, and I was like, this is crazy. And I saw this, and I was like, we can do this? Like, so we inspire each other so much just by being visible. I don't think we even know.
Okay. Yeah, I was on, I think I was on TikTok, and there's a new documentary about the early 90s ballroom scene.
Of the aggressives.
The aggressives,
the
yes.
aggressives, yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, this is the actor. Like, I did not know.
Yeah,
I did not know.
Yeah. So I like that documentary when I saw it, and then I got a chance to like meet him in person. Like, yeah. I love Marquise. He a pretty good guy. Good role model, leadership, stand up dude.
Okay, so you brought up Pose. So I would love to know, what was it like being on the set of Pose?
It was unbelievable. It was like it was. I can remember being on set the first day, and I was like, I cannot believe I'm on set with Janet Mock, Billy Porter, Lena Bloom. Like, I was still like in so much disbelief that like I was on set working with these people, because the way I went into audition for, I just wanted to be an extra, right? So I went in audition for an extra. They end up offering me a lead role. Okay. What's the chances of that? You know what I mean? So I just say that was just another part of my life that I just manifested. It was my destiny, and so it just played out that way for me. But it was a beautiful experience. Everybody was humble. It was unforgettable. It was a life-changing experience for me. It was. I'm very grateful for it.
Pose is groundbreaking in a number of different ways. To have trans writers,
right? To
have a number of trans leads,
and of color.
There is no other show like it.
And why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. But do you think there will be a trans mask version of Pose soon?
I'm a say yes, right? I'm gonna say it will be.
Going back to the documentary, did it change the way that you thought, like producing the documentary, did it change the way you thought about documentaries and the documentarian process?
Definitely. Because it's more than just recording footage. It's more than just adding pictures. It's knowing how to tell a story. Okay. It's knowing how to tell a story. So on top of having the skill to put it together, you got to know how to tell the story. Right. So that's what I think. You got to know at least how to tell a story.
Okay. And I would love to learn more about the streaming service that you talked about.
Okay. Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I got it. It's available on all platforms. Google. I developed the platform myself, so you can go like the Google. I send you a link. You can go to the App Store. You can download it. Everything on the platform, I pretty much created myself from top to bottom. I got a degree in film. I went to school for videography, so I can do everything from write this film, direct it, shoot it. And pretty much everything you see on the network, that's pretty much what I've done. I got a small team of people, and I wrote the scripts, I directed them, I shot it, I'm an editor, I cast the people, I put them on the platform. But, I can only do so much of that. So, I'm doing this for like almost a year and a half now. So I'm trying to find the right people in the community with the same energy to, build up the platform, to tell their stories. Because it's more than just my story. we all got stories to tell, and it's enough room for us all to tell our stories. So it's right now just really about finding the right people to work with and collaborate with to share the platform with, you know.
Okay. Okay. And I hope it grows and grows and grows.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, it's growing slowly but surely, but I got big hopes for it. So I'm hoping. I just put it out there in the universe. I'm hoping it all come together. And I know things take time. It don't happen overnight. But we've been longing for this for a long time. So I mean, like it's time that we get out here. It's a lot of filmmakers in the community. We need to tell our stories on a big global platform. You know.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. After Black Alphabet Film Festival, are there any other places where the documentary will be screening it?
Yeah, actually, at the same time, it'll be in London.
Okay.
This weekend it's in London, so that's the I got picked up in London at the Buff Film Festival, so I'm at Bath and Buff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it works out for me. So yeah, I got picked up in London. Yeah. And you know I compete bodybuilding too, right? I got some more good news coming up too. I'm actually gonna be a judge in the transgender bodybuilding competition this year in Atlanta. So I'll be a judge. I'm excited about that. And then also I'm a competitor in the I don't compete in that division, but I compete in the NPC with the cis men in the bodybuilding federation. So that I do that as well. So I wear a lot of hats. So
will you be working on any new documentaries or scripted content?
Right now, I got a vision for a lot of scripts. I have scripts that I got written, but I'm looking for the right team to put together. I got series that I have written. I got films that I got written. Like when I go to write, I sit down and write like a book. So I know when it comes to creating content, the first thing is you got to have a script. So I got scripts that I've written like a couple years ago that's just ready to be shot.
Okay. And how can people find you?
You can find me. I'm on TikTok. I got like 100,000 followers on there. I'm a little rusty. I ain't been on there in like maybe 2 or 3 months or something. But I go by King P Royce, and I'm on Instagram, King P Royce, and you can just Google me. Really, Payton Royce is my what I go by, and all social media is like King P Royce. I got some other projects coming out. I ain't gonna mention it yet. I'll let you know, but it's something different. So. It's definitely going to be something different than what everybody used to, and I'm excited about it too. So,
okay, all right, perfect. Well, thank you for chatting for Black Alphabet.
Thank you for having me.
And we're excited to show the film at the festival.
I'm excited. I'm excited to watch it. I appreciate you having me, and I'm looking forward to it.